Well, looking back at the AFC Championship game of last week, some people are saying there's some stuff wrong with some of the officiating calls that went the Chiefs' way in that game. But do I think the same thing? Let's talk football. All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Round Sports Podcast. For sports are everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Bills, we all know they lost in the AFC Championship game to the Kansas City Chiefs, but primarily, there were three calls that some people were actually going out there and questioning. The first one was the Xavier Worthy catch. It looked like the ball touched the ground as he was making the catch. And I saw this as well. And the second one was the Josh Allen run on fourth down. He was ruled short of the line of game, but looking at the replay, looked like he might have gotten it. And then the third play call that was happened was the mysterious no flag on the last play of the game, which was the Onkake drop. But the question is, do the Buffalo Bills have a point on blaming the refs for that loss? So I'm going to go over this in just a second. But before we get started, if you all do enjoy this video, please be sure to do me a favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, let's get this video started. Man, this is my first time talking about this. I of course recapped the whole game. I did not know about these calls, and primarily I this came to my attention when a lot of people were commenting on my channels that the refs have the Chiefs back. So I want to say this to some of the people, going over each play, one play at a time. So the first play, the Xavier Worthy catch. We saw a very similar situation in the Week 17 game between the Rams and the Cardinals. And I want to say this, does anyone remember when the pass happened on 1st and 5 and from the 5 yard line in goal? They had passed the ball and tipped off the head of Trey McBride's head, and then intercepted by, of course, Ahkello Witherspoon. In that play, you could see the ball touch the ground before he maintained control of that catch. So I would say to those people that are questioning that catch, go look back at the Rams and Cardinals game, because that game was clearly a bad call, in my opinion. But of course, it depends on which way you look at it. And I do believe the Bills have a point in that one. I would say go look back at the Week 17 game between the Cardinals and the Rams. As for the fourth down conversion that was called back, I would say this. If it's originally called on the field that he is ruled short, it has to be very indisputable video evidence to overturn that call. Now, of course, you see from the yard line that you can clearly see that his head is across it, but you don't see the ball anywhere. Because I know this coming from a high school official. Now, of course, high school officials don't have this high tech stuff that the NFL does. So, this is my personal opinion. It has to take indisputable video evidence to overturn that call. And I looked back at it a few times, and I didn't see enough that could overturn the call, in my personal opinion. You can have yours. And then the last play on the mysterious the flag that came out. I didn't see anything wrong on that last play. But I'll say this to the Buffalo Bills fans. You do have a case that the refs helped out the Chiefs. You do have a case. But any way you look at it, for the drop by Xavier Worthy, go look back at the Rams and Cardinals game in Week 17. Same exact thing happened, instead on an interception. Then for the 4th and 1 conversion, there's not enough to overturn that call. Now, from looking at it first glance, you can make the case that he got enough before the forward progress was stopped. Totally agree. I thought personally, in doubt, just give him a first down. Totally agree where Buffalo Bills are coming from. but it has to be indisputable video evidence. And the call on the field was that he was ruled short of the line to gain, and it has to take indisputable video evidence to overturn the call. I didn't see the ball across the line. Y'all can have your opinion. But here's the one thing I'm getting sick and tired of. The Chiefs' wins being caused by the refs. The whole conspiracy theory. We gotta stop hating on the Chiefs. Because they're winners. And I know Bill fans are mad about the AFC Championship game. Totally respectable. This was your best chance to beat them with low expectations. But again, the Chiefs have had your number. Until you can go against the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs and actually go in there and beat them, you cannot put it in the hands of the officials. You got to play so good that you don't even put it into the officials' hands. That is pretty much what I'm saying to people that are doubting the Chiefs. If you doubt them, it's only going to fuel them.
You were right about one thing. This ends now.
Get it, take it from me. Last year, I had the Bills picked over the Chiefs in the divisional round. They came out on top. When I had the Ravens over the Chiefs, they came out on top of that one. When doubters constantly doubt the Chiefs, it just fuels them. It fuels them. Just like the New England Patriots back all the way back when anyone barely remembers them. You cannot leave it in the hands of the officials. You gotta do everything you can to not put it in the officials' hands. Because we notice they're gonna give the favorable call to the better team. Now, do I think there were some calls that were mistakable and questionable during the Bills Chiefs game? Absolutely. I do believe some of them are questionable. But look back on the Xavier Worthy catch. That ball did touch the ground. Clearly see that. But the same thing happened in the Rams Cardinals. Same exact thing. When I looked at that, I was like, how are they ruling out a catch? But you don't see anything that the officials can do in those situations. They went back and reviewed it, and of course, the call stood as called. Some people have been telling me that it's the control of the catch, and they overturned it of the Calvin Johnson rule, which remember when players came down with the ball, but it hit the ground? I think that kind of was a factor. But I do believe Bills fans have a case. But if you're Buffalo, you don't want to put that responsibility in the hands of the referees because you had a chance to win the game and you couldn't do it with 3 minutes to go in the ball game. You had the ball left with time, but you couldn't drive down the field because apparently Mahomes is better in those situations than Josh Allen. So my point is, you can't put it in the officials' hands. One way or another, if you're Buffalo, you pound their skulls. You don't even give the officials to give them a chance, the Chiefs a chance. In my personal opinion, you all can have yours, but this is my personal opinion. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think the Bills have a good case for the officiating in that AFC Championship game? Let me know on your thoughts in the comment section below. But remember, this is just my opinion. Y'all can have yours. But I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to do me a favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao for now.